So we start Simon Tzadi Hey, correct? Yeah. Okay. The Gemara says in Chulin on Kuf Yud Aleph Amid Beis, Omar Chizkiya Mishum Abayi. Hilchasa. The halacha is Dogim Sha'alu Bekarish Basar. Fish, parv, which is put on a fleshik plate. Mutar la'achlam bekutach. You can have them with milfix. This is the heter of nat bar nat. It doesn't go straight from the meat into the fish. It goes from the meat into the plate, and then from the plate into the fish. Now, we'll see in the Taz, this is only because it didn't become osir yet. But if you have, let's say, something not kosher, which is bulu on the plate, and then you put a potato on it, that potato is going to be osir, right? This heter, nat bar nat, is only when it didn't become osir yet, and afterwards it's weakened, it can't fuse to make basar b'chalav. But if something not kosher, nat bar nat is always going to be osir. Okay. It means, no St. Tom means the meat gave taste into the potatoes, right? From the meat into potatoes. Nat bar nat is the taste goes from the meat into the plate, and then from the plate into the potatoes. It's a no St. Tom bar, the son of a no St. Tom. Now, Tosfos there, Dibra Matzav Hilchasa, quotes a Rivan, that's Rashi's son-in-law, in the name of Rashi. This is only, it was put on a fleshik plate, but it was cooked in a fleshik pot, then it's fleshik. Because it was actually cooked in a, this is only if it's a hot, it wasn't cooked in there. It just came in contact with the plate when it was hot, right? But if it was cooked in a fleshik pot, it is mamish fleshiks, and you cannot have it with milfix. Yeah. We already learned you don't, right? We learned in pay test that if somebody's cooking a fleshik pot, you don't have to wait, right? Now, the Beis Yosef there here writes that when it's cooked in it, it gets more taste, and that's why there's no heter of nat bar nat. From the tour at the beginning of this simon, it's mashma, what it's called cooking and what's called put on the plate. The cooking is both when the food, the fish, the potato is hot and the kli is hot. Then it's called cooking. But if one is hot and one is cold, right, then according to Rashi, that's what the heter of nat bar nat is. When they're both hot, then it's called cooking. We'll find this in the Shach here in Sifkot and Vav. There's also a Taz like that in Sifkot and Gimel. The Aruch HaShulchan here in Sif Yud Beis argues and says, even if they're both hot, it's still not like cooking. If I'm not mistaken, the Aruch HaShulchan I think is a Das Yochid. The Badei Shulchan is also Machmer and Osir Tes. Anyway, that's all Shita of Rashi. Now when it's cooked, there's no heter of nat bar nat. We had a machlokes what's cooking or not. Is both the clean the food or hot? That seems the most accepted Shita. Or it's actually cooked. Now, the Rashba and the Ran and other Rishonim argue and say, no, this is not so. Even if it's cooked, there's a heter of nat bar nat. Machlokes Rashi and these Rishonim. Now, there's a third Shita here, the Baal HaTrumos. The Baal HaTrumos is of the opinion that if it was cooked, then there's heter of nat bar nat, but not if it was roasted. Because it was, Beis Yosef explains, when it's cooked, the taste goes through a medium of water. Into the pot, into the water, into the food. But it's roasted, it's into the pot, into the, whatever it is, whatever you roast on, into that straight into the food. Those are the three shitas. According to Rashi and Bishol, there is no heter of nat bar nat. The Rashba and the Ran says there is a heter. And the Baal HaTrumas distinguishes between what? He distinguishes between roasting and cooking. Tov. Yeah.
Apparently, Beis Yosef explained the third sheet, so the reason it's mutter is because it's nat bar nat. It goes
yes. Okay. The Sefer HaTrumos, written by the Baal HaTrumos. Let's read the Machaber here. Dogim shenisbashlu, that were cooked, oshen nitzlu, or were roasted, b'kterish or bozin of fleshik pot, ruchut siyafu, which is washed out well, there's no mamash of the fleshik, she'ein shuman dovik pot, there's no fat no grease on the pot. Mutter le'ochlam b'chutach, kindim in kutach, it's a milthik dip, mishum da'avin no sein tam bar no sein tam, what we call not bar not. Dead tamen, because it's still mutter. Stop. He paskins like the middle shita, the rashba, and the, what was it, and the ran? That's the most meko shita, right? It's even by cooking. And even, v'imlo ha'isa ruchutza yafa, and if it's not totally clean, then you have to vatal the mamashis in shishim, and then the rest is not pranat. If the grease or the stuff that's on the pot is yosir miyachar b'shishim b'dogim, which is more than a 60th of the fish, means it's not built to b'shishim, osur le'ochla b'kutach, you can't eat it in the kutach. Okay, let's read now the shach aleph. It's not a side point. B'chutza yafa. Lav ne'meimra. This is not to tell you the choshen is bashal bo b'stam. You don't assume automatically that it's dirty. You don't assume automatically. It doesn't mean to say that if you don't know anything different, you assume the pot wasn't clean. There it talks about when you wash multik and fleshik kalim together. Gabi hadocha when you wash them off. Even if the kalim are not ben yomon, when you wash them, you still have to worry about that there is probably dirt on them. It wasn't cleaned that well. That is not over here. The dafka over there, gabi hadocha, when you wash the plates, armina mistami, washing the plates, mistama shuma dovim, some of them weren't clean. Dohashta, who that's why he's washing them now. When you're cooking a pot, a pot is clean. Armina must be cooking clean pots. You say minastam it was clean. There was no shuman. As is proven, you can see this clearly in the poskim in many places. It has to be cleaned that well. The hafug is to preclude only because it's only to preclude when you know it wasn't washed that well. Okay? Taz aleph. Mishum davi nat barnat te'tera. Perish detchila ein ma'amoshish basar. Originally, before it got into the fish, there was no actual meat there. Rak tam, only taste. Dainu abasar nasan atam b'kara. The meat gave taste into the plate. V'akara b'dogam, the plate into the fish. V'adayin kulu heter, and it's still all mutter. The tam kolish kazeh, such a weak taste, ein bo iser, it has no iser to make basar b'chalav. But v'isir, if it's really also already, afilu kama pami nat barnat, is also a kol, it's all also. Okay, sif beis. Now remember, the original sif was what? Something was cooked in a fleshik pot. Next, beisa nishbashla b'mayim b'kedera cholevis. An egg was cooked in water in a milthik pot. Mutar loses osa b'tocha tarnagolis. You can put it inside the chicken. Now, this is the reverse halacha. You cook a potato, an egg in a milthik pot. You can put it in the chicken. Afilu lachatchila. Avo, but im nisbashel b'kedera imabos, it's cooked with the actual fleshiks. Afilu b'klipa, even it's in a shell, then it's mamish fleshiks. Also l'ochla b'kutak, you can't eat it with the milthik dip. There's a dip made out of milthik at a time. You learn Psachim, the third parak, Mishnah, kutach habavli. What? Kutach habavli. One of the things in the Mishnah, Sheikh Harmoni, kutach habavli. It's all over the place here. We had the pigeon that fell into the kutach. It's not milthik dip. Okay. Says the Ramah now. V'yesh machmirin b'tzliya ubishol. Some achmer and tzliya and bishol lesser no sein tam bar no sein tam bar no sein tam. To asu not bar not. Parentheses brivan b'shem Rashi. Right. That's the Rashi we had before. V'minag lesser lechatchilu b'diavad muter b'chol inyan. The minhag is that it's also lechatchila, and b'diavad it's muter. What does that mean? Let's read the Rashi here. Excuse me, the Shachar. Beitza. V'afilu beitza kluv, even though it's a peeled egg, it was made in a water in a ketel chavis in a milk pot. And if it's cleaned out, then it's still mutter, still part of k'mo b'sifal. That's in the Mechaber. Says the Ramah, quotes Rashi, and then he writes, the minig ne'asor l'chatchila. What does it mean, the minig ta'asor l'chatchila? Ba'achlo b'kutach, to eat it in the milk dip. U'b'di'evet mutter im nosam b'kutach. But b'di'evet, if you mix it with a kutach, you don't have to throw it out. Aval, but levashlon le'achitchila b'kedera shal basar. Kidei lochlam makutach, to cook the potato or the egg in the fleshik pot. Al das, you're going to eat with the milthix. Aser afilu machaber, it's also according to the machaber. Urisiato, ken kosev smak, and that goes Mordechai and Rabbeinu Yerucham according to Beis Yosef, and that's also the Yisrael writes it in the name of the Mordechai. It comes out as follows: everybody holds you cannot cook the parba thing in the milthik or fleshik pot to eat with the opposite thing. Everybody holds lahalocha, that if it was cooked and already mixed, you don't have to throw it out. The whole machlokas machaber ramah here is, right, that if you already cooked in it, can you now eat the potato with the kuta, right? If it was mixed, you don't have to throw it out. And l'chatchila, you can't cook the potato in the fleshik pot with the kuta, okay? In other words, it could be that Rashi asks even b'diavad. That's not, but even according to the Chum Ramah, we're only choshev for Rashi on the l'chatchila level. So remember, you can't cook in the one thing to eat with the other, according to everybody. Everybody means machaber ramah. And if it's already mixed, everybody is meko. The only machlokas is once it was cooked, you l'chatchila eat it with the opposite.
So the case of shach is telling that when I cook it, I can't cook it l'chatchila to
Right.
eat it. So if someone does cook it and then you eat it, is it saying that in that case it's us or done to eat it, or just?
I don't know. I'm not aware of that. Okay. Okay. I don't know.
Ranges in-
I would doubt it, but I don't know.
Even without the other, if you're just eating it plain, like you said, you thought you were gonna put the egg in the milk pot, you're gonna eat it with fleshik, then you decided, and after you cooked it, you realized you weren't supposed to. You just eat the egg by itself.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
And even according to him,
Yeah.
that would be mutter. Okay. Like the Ramah. Wait, what's your question? What did possible? So we possibly you're not allowed to put the cheese on it, but if you do, you don't have to throw it out. If one is hot, okay.
You said that Ellie's question, you could put it in, if you cook in the meat, the egg in the fleshik pot, in the milk pot, could you then put it l'chatchila in the fleshik dish?
That's the Machlos Machaber Ramah.
I was saying, you weren't oh,
No, isn't it?
yeah, I guess, what did we just answer? No, it's not.
Wait, he's talking about something else. He wanted to know if the guy cooked the aldas meirush, just put in the other thing, right? Now you have to be machmir more. You have to be machmir. That's according to the machaber. You can eat it with it. Okay. Ubedi mutter. Umarshal b'isa v'heter b'sifro kol basar kol basar also afilu b'diavad nislo b'dina. He is machmir in tzli ledina. Okay. He passes mamish out of soap like the Sefer Trumos. The Orach HaShulchan in Sifrit Beis is machmer. You don't have to be machmer like this Marshal. The Bari HaShulchan writes in Sifkon Chafei at the end, whoever is samach lahakel in tzli, right, is lo hifsid, v'machmer tovo lo bracha. Nafka is if you already mix it, you have to throw it out.
Everyone agrees you don't have to?
By tzli, the Marshal says you have to throw it out.
No, he agrees with
The Marsh, the Ramah, right, is makel even in tzli, right? He says no, in tzli you have to be machmer more and throw it out. Okay. Let's read a little bit more. Avolitnon b'kli shalahem muter lachatchila. Even though you're not supposed to eat it with the opposite thing, you can eat it off of their kalim. Says the Taz here. Avolitnon b'kli shalahem muter. Says the Taz in Hey. Debezeh anu somchim ala matirim gam b'bishul etzli not barnat. As we rely on the machaber as far as eating off, they cooked in a fleshik pot and eat off milthik kalim. What?
What's please?
I can't eat it with fleshiks, but I can eat it with off a fleshik kalim. What? Yeah. Now I just want to say he's making even with tzli. It could be according to the Marshal. You'd have a problem with tzli. Okay. Now, if you want to know about pouring it from one into the other, that's the shach I told you not to do. because you don't know enough yet. Okay. Let's continue now. V'chein nohagu, this is the minhag, what I said up to now. V'chein imlo nispashlu o nitzlu tchila. Or if it wasn't cooked or roasted to begin with in the opposite kli. Rak alu bekli shel bos. It was put on a fleshik pot. Mutar la'ochlam in chalav atmik with actual milchiks. V'chein lehefech. Says the shach over here in Vav. Rak alu bekli shel bosser. Perish, echamim, one of them. Hakli, either the kli or a dogim. The dogim, chamim or hot, can isa betosvus v'harosh. V'tur v'shar poskim. V'achimuch b'shas. Avam shneim chamim, but if they're both hot, as I told you before, hevi beis yosef b'shem motosi kozov davle kinisa like it's roasted. Chen kozov b'toras chatas b'shem yosef heter Hashem Mordechai. Seder. So cooking is they're both hot, and one hot and one is not. That's where the heter of the Gemara is. What? If they're both hot, it's like it's. I told you before. If they're both hot, then it's. Most people say it's like it's cooked, right? And the only one who disagreed was Aruch HaShulchan. Are you with me? Listen, okay? There's a heter of not barnat, correct? Correct? According to the Ramban and according to the Rashba and the Ran, it's even if it's cooked, the heter applies, correct? Yofi. According to Rashi, it doesn't apply if it's cooked, okay? Now, we're machmir lechatchila like Rashi, but we're maker like the Ramban and the Rashba. Ran and the Rashba. Okay. What is called cooked? What is it defined cooked? So Aruch cook means cooked. However, the Shachir is saying not that way. Like the Torah, that it means both are hot. It's called cooked.
What's called hot?
What?
What's called hot?
What's called hot? Yatzoleres. Okay, a few points here. Let's start over here. See the Taz Gimel? Let's start from the beginning. V'yesh, wait, is this the one I want to do? Give me 1 second here. Let me just look inside quickly. You know, that I know. I know. I'm not up to that yet. No, is that what I want? First, I want to do Dalit, okay? Not the whole thing. V'aminig leso lachatchila. Mashma de bilog bishlu elo olu lechud mutar afilu lachatchila. V'chein kosav ramah achakach behedya. V'zeh k'divrei sefer ha'tshuma v'shem v'ves Yosef techkin Yosef bishel b'kedera choleves mutar lachatchila arosen b'kedera shabose ben yomo. Umemela lidi dan according to Ashanu Machmir b'bishel. L'chol ha'pachos be'olu is mutter. Mutter kein lachatchila. Ella. Shekosef beis Yosef shezeh cholik al ma shekosef smak. The lachatchila also alalosa meklisho bosa k'nei l'ocham achkach mutach. The beis Yosef says you can't put him on a fleshik plate to eat him with kutach. V'chein reisi b'marshal. V'ushalo b'diktuk. But the beis Yosef is not meduyak. V'hu shlo b'diktur. The gamma smak matir achakach l'chatchila b'kutach. But the smak is meko once you did it to eat it with kutach. El l'chatchila osar l'halosam b'kutach shabchisha basar b'shvil zeh. Kids, what I want out of this whole taz is, even when one is hot, and say the plate is fleshik, and you want to eat it with cottage cheese, if it's a hot potato, to put on a fleshik plate is also lachatchila if you plan on eating it with cottage cheese. The point is, if you know you're going to eat it with cheese, doesn't matter whether you cook it, doesn't matter whether you put it on, it is also according to everybody, right? Correct, it's also. But if you did it already, then if only one is hot, you can eat it with a cottage cheese. When it comes to actual cooking, they're both hot, then you have the machlokas machaber of Ramah. And there's, don't make a mistake. The kula of only one is hot is that even according to the Ramah, when one is hot, you can, once you did it, you can eat it with the cottage cheese. But to put it on the plate, al das, to put it with the cottage cheese, that is also according to everybody.
Even if those are cold or only?
No, hot, one is hot. Okay, that's what I got out of this. What did you get out of this Taz is, this thing you can't do it, al das, do the other thing, is also if only one is hot. Okay, next.
What do you mean by das to do that? Or das to do that?
And please have in mind to do it. It's you're putting it down, and you know you plan on eating it there. Okay, now, there's a side point here. What's the case in the Gemara? The fish, right? The fish on the fleshik plate, correct? Question is, now eat fish and meat together. What happened to this issue? So if you look in the Taz Gimel, all right, if it's in the old print, it's the third wide line, Vein LaHakshos. Vein LaHakshos, the Mashmakan, it's, I don't know, a couple lines in. Vein LaHakshos, the Mashmakan, the Dafka. You know, you have it? Okay. Ein lahakshos. Don't answer the following question. The mashma mekan, the dafka im chalav also a dog. It's only also to eat with milk. Avo b'fnei atzim. Sure, you can eat the fish by itself. Hayesh bo isur. It's also eat by itself. Mishum sakana. It's boleh tasted the meat from the plate. Kamosha kosa b'siman kufyu vav. Sheyesh sakana is the Danish im nispashal dog and boss. If you cook meat with fish with meat. So what happened here? One. The kan lo nochas ledin zeh. Here we're not talking about dangerous things. We're not talking about this halacha. Ela b'mash nogel inyan not barnat. We're talking about hulas basa b'chalav here, not barnat. Chenkos and marshal perakol abos gira nosha. Ela. That's why shebeisa v'heter klal amites kosav zel lushano. V'chein dover shu mishum pleitas kalim. Anything that's also because of coming out of taste out of a pot. Eno sibi basa l'dogim. You can't have fish cooked with meat. But fish cooked in a fleshik pot is okay. Bidi evet. Mishum sakanas dover acher. It's mud to bidi evet. You don't have to worry about it. It's dangerous. Tomati begemara dogim shalu bekara roast schin. Yeah, the gemara is mekel that when you put hot fish on a plate of basar, b'mash is special bekli ben yom or basar, that it was a ben yom or basar. Domina begemara daharbe ochlu dogim shalu bekara. Simon Kuf Yud Zayin. I skipped a line. You're right. I did. I apologize. Damata begemara dangam shol bekara roskin shol basa. Right. V'tzorchin who's quoting this v'heter. I have something about. He said for is against it. Tzorchin masha kasav is a hard tikan. Ava masha bezeh. I don't know. Must be something here in this v'heter. From here I can't tell. Ava masha bezeh. Dogim shol bekara ish lemon mizeh. She'ain sakana b'chilas dog. Sheish bo tam baser mashin is special b'kli ben yom shol baser. There's no problem. It has a belief in that kli. Da'amina b'gemara darbi achlu dogim shkol bekara. Look over there. Okay. The two answers. Either we're not talking about sakana here, or in kalim there's no problem of what of baser and fish. Now I have to be honest. What's his name? Rav Moshe is a sefer, Ale Yeshurun. It's written by Rabbi Felder, Zachon Baruch of Philadelphia, the son of Rabbi Felder from Toronto. He was a Shamish Moshe Feinstein. He's maker like this, I think, to cook fish in a fleshik pot. Now, I have to be honest, in this matter, I am vinegar, the son of wine. My mother had a special pot for fish. I was never machmir that way. My mother's house, she didn't cook fish in a fleshik pot. She had a fish pot.
How's the saying something with the other?
I'm not sure. First he said b'di'evet, then he says not so. I have to check that sefer again. I think he's makel even b'chatchila. Okay. First he said b'di'evet. I noticed that. Okay. Next. Let's now continue over here in the Ramah. See where the yud of the gra is? The yud of the gra. V'chein im haya hakli. V'chein im haya hakli shenispashlu o nitzlu bo lifgam. If the kli that it was cooked or roasted in is not a ben yomo, shaloya ben yomo, nosin tam lifgam, noagin heter l'chatchila l'ochra min hasheni. This whole chumrah, not to eat it with the cheese, is if the fleshik pot was a ben yomo. If the pot was not a ben yomo, then we don't have this chumrah. Now, question is, and can I cook in a fleshik pot, ain't a ben yomo, al das to eat it with cheese or not? So, story is as follows, that the Chachmas Adam and the Balei HaShulchan are machmir. Where is this? Here we are. The Chacham Asadim and Klal Memches Halacha Beis and the Balei HaShulchan Oslam and Gimel say it's osir. I can't cook in a non-ben yoma pot in order to eat it with the milthix. But the Balei HaShulchan, excuse me, the Chacham Asadim writes that's if you don't have and you have another kli to cook it in. But if you don't have another kli to cook it in and you can't borrow one like that, then you can be made cook if you're in a b'diavad situation. So if all you have is a fleshik pot and you have no way else to cook your potato to eat with the cottage cheese, you can cook it. But otherwise, you shouldn't do it.
Who's that person? The last one? You said that.
The Balei HaShulchan, Chacham Asadim, the Balei HaShulchan.
Who's the person?
Chacham Asadim. That's the Chayadim on your idea.
I just didn't hear him.
I heard Mipi Shmua, the name of Rav Moshe Feinstein as follows, that it's mutter. And he says it's based on a Be'er HaGra, that it's mutter. Now, Ad Kan Shomati. If I'm not mistaken, the Be'er HaGra is Os Yud here. Look in the Be'er HaGra Os Yud here. V'cheinim Hoya, right, if it's not a Ben Yomo. B'chiyai Gavna, in this situation, Af b'shal isu mutter. Even if it's a treif pot, but you're cooking it, it's mutter. Then he has Mar Makomos here. V'af b'kidero, and even in a pot which is treif, ein osir l'chatchil, it's only osir if it's ein a ben yomo, ela mishum gzera otu ben yomo. The whole reason you can't cook in a not ben yomo pot is a gzera, you might cook in a ben yomo. Mash ein kain kan, but here where it's a fleshik pot, the af ben yomo mutter midina. Here, they whenever goes there, ain't a ben yomo otu ben yomo, because in ben yomo, but it's mutter anyway. Kain literally. So if one goes there, it's mutter even le chatchila. Now, look in the Pischei Tshuva Beis. You with me? Ub'di'eved mutter b'chol inyan. V'davka nisbashlu sheyesh gimel nosin tam. Only if it's cooked at the 3 nosin tams. Shikar atam holech be'emtzos hamayim. The main taste goes through water. Avol in nitzlu, but if it's roasted also, that's the marshal quarter in the shach. Ulefiza says the Pischei Tshuva, gam b'nisbashlu, I cooked the fish in the fleshik pot, after dogi mutarim, even though the fish are mutar to have with milthix, mikol makom harotav, the gravy also, because the gravy is like nitzlu. Tavi kamo nitzlu. Prima godem and chavas das. Point 1. Point 2. V'kas avod hachavas das, daha nitzlu osir, that when it's roasted it's osir, dafke shetzala dogim b'shipur or b'kli shetzala b'basar. It's only if you roast the fish on a spit or a kli that you roasted in meat. Avol imtzala dogim b'kerish b'shipur b'basar. But if you roasted fish in a pot that you cooked it in meat mutter, because there the third nothing time is not on the way out; it's on the way in. Kevan shetam basar nivla b'kli, because the taste of the meat got absorbed in the kli. Aydei bishul chashem mikar kamo gimel nosin tam. You get 3 nosin times because the water is not on the way out, but it's on the way in. some reason the body of Shulchan, Oskapei quotes, there's some argument on this. The point that the water on the way in helps. You call it some argue. I don't know why. Let's continue now. Ve'im chatach dogim roschim b'sakin shachatach basar. You cut hot fish with a knife that you cut meat. So the knife isn't hot, just the fish are hot. Havi kenitzlu. Why? Only one is hot. The duchka, the pressure of the knife for roseach is mavasho. V'din zeh b'chatach sakin b'sakin kozer akneset gedola, and as that goes in the Beis Yosef, v'ayin pri tevua shacholek olav. Because of the name lachush lo gam pri megadim henich din zeh b'tzorachin. When the duchka the sakina and one hot makes it like bishul. Tov. There are two important machlokosim in the Pischei Tshuva Aleph. It's cleaned out. Let's say that. Okay, it's cleaned off. Okay. No same time. Pischei Tshuva Aleph. V'ayin pri megoda mishpitzo zov shekasa b'shem shari dura. The ain not barnat ela b'kli avolo b'ochel. Not barnat has to be into the kli, into the food, into the pot, into the potato. But if you cooked a potato with meat, and then you took the potato out, and then you continue cooking the potato with string beans, so into the potato, into the string beans, is that not barnat or not? So you're right. There's no not barnat in ochel. He quotes this from the Shari Dura. Correct. There's no heter of not barnat. V'ayin b'tshuvas pnei aryeh she'erich lochiach the nuska zu b'shari dura shevi pri megadim nuska meshubeshasi. He says he had a misprint in his Shari Dura. V'be'emes adin de be'ochel nami arina not barnat. Even in ochel you say not barnat.
What's the how is the ochel not barnat?
You cooked meat with the potato. You took the potato out, and you cooked then string beans with that potato. What's the story with the string beans? The taste went into
The difference is from the potato to the string. That's the
Mhm.
same.
but it wasn't. There's no clean involved.
So does that cool up
Yeah,
But
correct.
Why is that potato? Isn't that potato fleisha gomer? Because it's not like a taste one, it's like a meat one.
You wash it off. There's no. Okay. Let's now continue now. Over here. The kavachom miklev. It helps in a potato. Ela the mikol makom. He says, even though I hold it's not in food, kase betavshel shel sorim. You are making a barley dish. Shenitan letocho chema. You put in it butter. Kamo echad me'arbaim me'atavshel. And then butter was a 40th of the tavshel. It wasn't butter. Shigisu osa bekaf. And you stirred it with a spoon. V'achar hakach nitchav hakaf lekederu shel basar. Shein bos hamach neged hachema. Shenit ne'ala tavshel. You don't have shishim against the chema that was put in the tavshel of sorim. So what happened was, it went into the barley, and then it went into the spoon, and now it's going into the meat. The aser. Lo mi ba'i lechem shenitan letavshel gusha. So not only if it's put into a hunk of barley, ukayotze bo delo nainin be not barnat. You don't say it's not barnat, right? Because it's impossible that all the butter got absorbed into the sorim. There must be butter on the outside, lifting him inside. There must be some butter on top of the sorim. So the butter went straight into the spoon because it didn't get all absorbed in the barley. But if it's, let's assume you put milk in a soup or something, right? It's also no good. It's also the key line now. Shalo hitiru not barnat. They only make a not barnat. Ella bekli. Only if it went into a kli or b'chaticha shabala basar, a piece of something, a potato that was boleya, a taste of meat, or cholav or milk. Shabalua nechaz v'nidibakbo, that the belia becomes attached to the piece. Avol barote, but if you have milk mixed with the water of the soup, the lo shayach belia klaus. There's no belia, not the milk is absorbed in the water. Ela tarubut, it's a mixture. It's not like something into a piece. Ain't kan not barnat. Okay. She says here as follows. There's a machlokes whether or not it's not by food. Even if you assume there is not by food, but it has to be all absorbed in. If it didn't get all absorbed in, then like the butter on the barley, there's no heter of not not. And B says if it's in a liquid, there's no also no heter of not not. Even assuming there's not in food. You put the spoon into the barley, the milk barley, and then you take the spoon out, rinse it off, and then put it in the meat. Everything here is hot. Okay?
So we rinsed it out?
No, I'm saying even if you rinsed it out, it doesn't help. Because there's mamoshos of butter that went straight into the spoon. He says the butter didn't get all absorbed.
So it's
There's balea direct butter, and then it gets put in a fleshik pot.
So it's only
Why not? You cook meat in a pot you boiled milk in an hour ago. That's not by not. Okay, I'm skipping a bit here, a couple lines. He talked about the cheshbon of shishim here.
So, sorry, so the question I asked earlier about the potato, that should be also the potato is cooked with meat. The meat was straight on the potato. Even if you wash it, that should make it. Still
Why? It's all inside. It's nothing. No mamoshos on top of it.
So if you wash the spoon, it should be the same thing.
It is, but the spoon absorbed directly from the butter.
And potato absorbed directly from the meat.
Right, but the question is over here. This potato. We're not discussing eating the potato, which we're discussing. We're eating the bar. We're discussing this. The potato. Look, if you take this potato and put it into boiling milk, it would make it also according to everybody. I'm discussing you heat this potato with string beans. That's what's mutter.
Oh, so here the spoon's going straight into
The meat. Okay. I have a sefer chavos das. This is important. Yes. Shekasav od lo arminan. You have it. I skip. Kasav sefer chavos das. Kasav od lo arminan not bernat b'shas bishul. You don't say not bernat while it's cooking. Go im nafal chalav al keder shebavash nebo dogim keneged rota. You're cooking parm in a pot, and milk spills on the outside of the pot. V'achakach bishlu adogim im basar. Then you have the meat with the fish with the meat. I'll feel it b'di'evid, also associating b'di'evid. Mitzad basar b'chalav. Im lo ayasamach b'basar neged al-chalav shnover b'shon al-keder. Unless you have shishim in the meat against the milk. V'lo amrin da'ave not barnat. You don't say into the pot, milk into the pot, into the fish. To kevan, to nafal b'shas ha-bishol, since it fell when it was cooking. Ubishol mifapeim b'chol ha-kli. The bishol goes into the entire kli, l'chomra. V'abluam mekusher ema tavshil, and what is nivla is then attached right away with the tavshil. Chashvina ki'ilu nafal, the tavshil fell like the milk fell into the tavshil. V'amei no same time. It's one no same time. Stop. The point is, it has to be first into the pot and then into the potato, right? But if the potato is cooking in the pot and the milk spills on the outside, even it goes through the pot, but it's like it shoots through in 1 second. It can't be that. Not bernat is it goes into the pot and then later on the pot gives into the potato. But if it goes straight into the potato at that moment, he says that isn't not bernat. That is shita number one. V'ayin shuvas beis Ephraim, be'emsad shuva shehisi golov. He argues ve'elo afilu b'shas habishol amina not bernat. He says even during bishul you say not bernat. Okay, so two important machlokim over here. If you say not bernat in food, that's A, and even if you do, right, it has to be absorbed in a piece, but not a ban on it and not in liquid. That's one. And two is a machlogus. If it goes in one shot while you're cooking, is that not bar? Not. Okay. I did not do the taz yet. Okay. So Belineder, next time we'll do the taz. Excuse me. And finish the Ramah here. Okay. About Dover Charif. If we have time, do the Machaber in Sif Gimel. And the first 4 lines of the Ramah. Us call a Kelim Mutarim, if we get that far. Okay?